Alright, hello everyone. I am here. Yo soy aquí. Oh god. Please delete this drop. Screw it, this drops. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my other stream. Oh no, you don't do this. What? Can I tell you that? Alright, hello everyone. I am here. Yo soy aquí. Oh god. Please delete this drop. Oh. Screw it, this drops. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my other stream. Oh no, you don't do this. What? Can I tell you that? Alright, hello everyone. I am here. Yo soy aquí. Oh god. Please delete this drop.
What's up guys, in this tutorial I will show you how to prevent dropped frames and lag while streaming or recording with OBS Studio. This should be quite an easy tutorial. For more information, click on the first link in the description below. Your ability to fix dropped frames and lag while streaming or recording with OBS will largely depend on your system specs and your network connection. Open up OBS Studio and navigate to your settings window. In the video tab, make sure to set the base or canvas resolution option to your native monitor resolution. It should show up for you here, but in case you're unsure about your monitor resolution, then right-click your desktop and select Display Settings. In your display settings, scroll down and under Scale and Layout, you'll be able to see your native display resolution. Next, set the output or scale resolution option to 1920 by 1080. Below, you will want to set the downscale filter to Lanczos for the sharpest image, but your PC might lag when streaming, as this will cost you a lot of resources. For low to mid-end PCs, I recommend setting this option to be cubic. Below, set this common FPS values option to 60. Next, open up your favorite browser and navigate to speedtest.net. On this page, you can test your network connection upload and download speed. This is important to know, as you will have to set a bandwidth rate of how much you allow OBS to utilize to stream your content. In case your upload speed is averaging below 4 MB per second, then I suggest setting the FPS option to 30 FPS. While the test is running, navigate to your output settings. Set the output mode to advanced and navigate to the streaming tab. Here, make sure to set the encoder to NVIDIA NVENC in case you're able to utilize a powerful enough NVIDIA graphics card. If this is not the case, then set this option to X264, which will utilize your processor and not your GPU to render your stream. Set the rate control to CBR, which stands for constant bitrate, and below, set the bitrate according to your network connection upload speed. For streams in 1080p and 60 FPS, you should set this to 4500. If you intend to stream in 30 FPS, then a bitrate of 3500 should be more than enough. Below, set the keyframe interval to 2 seconds, presets to quality, profile to main, and the other settings can be left as they are. In the recording section of your output settings, make sure to use MP4 as your recording format. This will not take up a lot of storage and will enable you to edit the video on any video editing software. Again, set the encoder to NVIDIA NVENC, AMD, or X264, depending on your graphics card and available resources. I like to use the high quality recording preset for my recordings, but in case you're dropping frames while recording, then you should set your recording preset to recording. This will adjust the settings below. In your advanced settings tab, set the process priority to above normal. This will reduce lag while recording or streaming when other resource-intensive applications are running in the background. Under network, bind your IP to your Ethernet connection if you can. This will help OBS optimize the bandwidth usage you have available. Lastly, you should make sure that your graphics card's driver is up to date. I suggest using the GeForce Experience application if you're using an NVIDIA GPU, but you can also use the AMD driver suite. In the drivers tab, simply click on download and the application will automatically download and install the latest driver, which will take a couple of minutes to complete. For more tips on how to improve your streaming quality and PC performance, make sure to follow my extensive guide linked in the description below. I hope this helped you out. Leave a comment if you have any questions and see you in the next one.
Wash your hands. There's paint on your hand, your arm there. There's paint on your arm. Your arm.
Wait. Which arm?
Yeah, that one.
This is scary. Oh my god.
Easy to type with OBS will largely depend on your system specs.
Hello my YouTube friends, today's video is sponsored by Own, but I'm going to tell you about that more later. You're here because you're experiencing drop frames in your live streams. This is a common problem, especially for new streamers. When you're just learning, it's really hard to know where to look to figure out what's causing the problem. So today I'm going to tell you the 5 things that you should check first if your streams are dropping frames. So you know what? Let's get to it! Likes and comments are super easy things that you can do to push this video to a wider audience. So take a second down below and let me know how I'm doing. And hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it really does help me continue to make content that helps you. So thanks. The first thing you need to check is the stats window while you're live streaming. So while you're live streaming, you go into OBS, you go to view, and then you're going to go to stats. And it's bringing up this stats window right here. You can see I brought this up while I was live streaming. And it shows you the CPU usage that you have over here on the left in the top pane. You have your frames per second, the average amount of time it takes to render a frame, and then you have your render and your encoding lag. And this is going to be shown by frames dropped. In this case, I had 21 frames drop from render lag and 0 frames drop from encoding lag. If this is bad for you, one of these will be in red. In the lower pane, you can see that this is the actual health of the stream from a network perspective. I have 0 drop frames, and you can see my bitrate over there on the right-hand side. That's the 6000 that I use, plus whatever the bitrate is for the audio. So just keep in mind that the audio is generally added to the 6000 bitrate on your video. So it's not unusual for your bitrate to be a touch over 6000, or whatever bitrate you have set, because that bitrate doesn't actually include the audio. And once again, if I was having problems or difficulties with my upload speed, this would be red and we'd be dropping a lot of frames. So this is the first thing you want to check, and you want to do it while you're live streaming. That's the only thing that's going to give you the information that you need to go to the next step. Now we know which process is causing our drop frames, and if no drop frames showed up in the stats window, then it could be a matter of how you're sending the signal to the streaming service. So if your stats look good, the next thing
Oh my god, iguana.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No way. Damn, my network's like...
Welcome to a complete guide on how to optimize OBS Studio for streaming and recording in order to fix network lag, drop frames and stuttering in your PC and on the viewer's end. Everything you need will be listed in the description below, including a guide with further explanation to each step. Before making any changes to your OBS Studio settings, make sure that the application is up to date. Open up OBS Studio and under Help, select Check for Updates. From here, you should be able to update it. Restart OBS Studio in case there's an update available to you. You should also make sure to reduce the amount of unneeded scenes and sources. Especially video capture devices, which are displaying a video feed in the native resolution and refresh rate, can induce a lot of lag while trying to record or stream. If you don't plan on using certain devices or sources, then I suggest creating a separate scene with the minimal amount of sources. When this is done, navigate to your OBS Studio settings, which need to be optimized to your network connection and available resources. On this window, navigate to the Outputs tab, and make sure to set the output modes to advanced. This will allow you and available resources, amount of sources. When this is done, navigate to your OBS Studio settings, which need to be optimized to your network connection and available resources, amount of sources. When this is done, navigate to your OBS Studio settings, which need to be optimized to your network connection and suggest creating a separate
Where?
Spiders over there.
scene with the minimal amount of sources. When this is done, navigate to your OBS Studio settings, which need to be optimized to your network connection and available resources. With the minimal amount of sources. When this is done, navigate to your OBS Studio settings, which need to be optimized to your network connection and available resources. On this window, navigate to the Outputs tab, and make sure to set the output modes to advanced. This will allow you to change additional settings. In the Streaming tab, set the encoder to NVIDIA NVENC if you have a powerful enough NVIDIA graphics card. If this is not the case, then select X264, which will utilize your CPU rather than your graphics processor. In case you're unsure about which encoder to use, then make sure to open up your task manager by right-clicking your taskbar and selecting it. Here in the Performance tab, you should see the workload on your CPU and GPU. Don't forget to account for any programs which are also running in the system while streaming or recording, such as graphics-intensive games or memory-eating programs such as Chrome or Adobe applications. For NVIDIA GPUs, you should make a test stream using the NVIDIA NVENC encoder to see how well it works after applying the next tweaks.
So the last thing we ever want to see whenever we're streaming is drop frames. Everything looks choppy, and as fast as new viewers come into the stream is as fast as they leave. Because at the end of the day, nobody's trying to see a choppy stream. And I had to make this video because there's just not enough information online on how to address this issue, especially on the network side of things. And guys, I am rocking a RTX 3090 in my rig. And yes, I too also have drop frames. So hopefully with this video, you're going to be able to solve any type of drop frame issues that you guys might experience, whether it be on the hardware side of things or on the network side of things. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first, let's address the network side of things because guys, if you don't know, there are two different ways of you getting drop frames. One side could be on the hardware, which is literally like the hardware within your system, while on the flip side, it might be the network, which is like your internet connection, so forth like that. So I want to go over the network side of things because this is mainly where there's just not enough information. So with that being said, the main issue, if you do have drop frames due to a network connectivity issue, this might be because you are running a VPN. Yes, I was running a VPN a couple weeks ago and I just never noticed that, hey, maybe that's the reason why I'm getting 60% drop frames within my stream. And so to address this issue, and an easy way to solve this is by simply just disconnecting it before you start streaming. Or if you want to have your VPN active so that nobody comes into your system while you're streaming, another way of doing this is just by going over to the settings in OBS, and after you go into the settings, you simply click on the advanced tab, and then from there, just scroll down just a little bit, and under network, you're going to see bind to IP. Here, you just want to change it from default over to your respective internet connection. Now, remember guys, if you guys are running a VPN, you're going to have two different options here. So the first one most likely is going to be your VPN, while the second one is going to be your default internet connection. So make sure, in that case, you choose the second one, or whichever one is your default internet connectivity. And this is caused because the way VPNs work is that it reroutes your IP address, so that information coming from your computer is going to have to go to a different server and then reroute it back over to Twitch. So it's just an extra layer that it has to travel to, and that is the cause those drop frames. Another reason why you could have network drop frames is by having slow internet. Yes, it does happen to all of us. We've all had slow internet connectivity, and so an easy way just to figure out where you stand is by doing a speed test. And I'm gonna leave a link for this speed test. This is speedtest.net. I'm gonna leave this in the description down below so you guys can use this to test out your internet speed as well. But based on this blog provided by Restream, they recommend that for Twitch, the maximum amount of upload speed that you ever need is 7.4. And remember, this is only for people that want to show all had slow internet connectivity, and so an easy way.
Adrian. Yeah, Adrian came.
He's not so. This is Spanish. This is Spanish. That's a grandpa Hemming. Yummy, tasty.
Down below so you guys can use this to test 7.4, and it just means that that's okay. Don't. So yeah, once again, you just have to play around with it and just follow around with this chart because it really does help out a lot. And as a rule of thumb, you never want to go over 6,000 because you're it's a waste. Yeah, you just don't need to do that. Now on the hardware side of things, I know there is a lot of information regarding hardware drop frames issues and how to solve that. But since I'm talking about drop frames, I'm going to just address it. So the first thing you can do is definitely edit things. So without further ado, let's get right in. So first, let's address the network side of things because guys, if you don't know, there are two different ways of you getting drop frames. One side could be on the hardware, which is literally like the hardware within your system, while on the flip side, it might be the network, which is like your internet connection and so forth like that. So I want to go over the network side of things because this is mainly where there's just not enough information. So with that being said, the main issue, if you do have drop frames due to a network connectivity issue, this might be because you are running a VPN. Yes, I was running a VPN a couple weeks ago and I just never noticed that, hey, maybe that